You just gotta listen.
Real talk that we talk about.
Always talking. You just gotta listen.
Real talk that we talk about.
Always talking. You just gotta listen.
Real talk that we talk about.
Always talking. You just gotta listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Truth Talks. I'm your host, Krayzie Bone.
What's happening? I'm the co-host, Keith Griffin.
Yes, indeed. We thank y'all for tuning in for some more. This is a good conversation and food for thought always, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
We thank all y'all for listening and followers for subscribing, you know what I'm saying? And if you have not already subscribed, please do so at wherever you choose to listen to your podcast.
Yeah, wherever you watch them at, you know what I'm saying? Any place, Spotify, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
iHeart, iTunes, wherever you go, whatever suits you, man. So, you know, like I said, we got another good show.
Yeah.
Lined up for you today, man. And jumping right into this topic, I would actually like to revisit a topic that we've already discussed. We've talked about a few times.
Yeah.
And that's the music industry. Now, as I recall, the last time we spoke about this topic, you know, it was some very deep and disturbing things that we revealed.
Yeah.
About the music industry, about how in the late 80s, the scene of hip-hop had drastically changed from one form of hip-hop to another.
Drastically,
bro. And I mean, like, gradually, but drastically.
Yeah, really. It's not even elaborate on it long, but I mean, right in front of our eyes, though, bro, just from...
Yeah, real talk. We spoke about the secret meeting that was held with some of the top record executives from some of the top labels, you know, at a time when they were called together to discuss and encourage these changes. And the changes was to basically do away with conscious music and any other form of hip-hop that would be uplifting or educational to the younger generation in the urban communities.
Yeah.
So we spoke about how these record executives had a shared interest in stocking the private prison system and all this, and the reason that they were willing to promote this music, you know, was to intentionally promote violence within the community and to influence the younger generation to go out and commit these crimes. And they would basically go to their prisons and they would make money off the artists and the younger people that the artists were influencing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what we talked about. Now, we're not going to get into all those details in this episode, but if you have not yet seen that episode, you can go back and watch it.
Yeah,
it's
go
on
peep
YouTube.
That one, man.
Yeah, go peep that one. It's I think it's up to like what?
Right now, like 1.5 or something like that.
1.5. No, I think it's a little more than that.
I ain't been on YouTube in a minute, but last time,
yeah, I think it's a little more than that. But again, you know, it's very informative and educational information for anybody that is aspiring to get into this music industry. You want to know these things.
Yeah, and you know what? And take it as, don't take it as conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? Look at it for yourself. Look at for the information for yourself though too. But you know, it's really something that went on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that was made up. This is something that was strictly a target that was strictly aimed at a genre of music and a genre of people,
right,
and a genre of culture.
Yeah, and we've always been the target. We've always been the main target. We've always been getting attacked from every angle.
It looked, even up to right now, and it looked crazy that it's our people in the streets with that. And I ain't going to be on this long, but it's our people's in the streets. On one weekend in Chicago, it could be in one week in Detroit, LA, same thing. All that stemmed from this plan that was trying to escalate that same stuff that's going on right now. Right and now is what we're seeing the fruit from what this meeting.
Right, and now we're seeing the fruit of what
I would say wild fruit, not real fruit. You know what I'm saying?
It took all this time to unfold to where we're seeing that plan.
Yeah.
Worked.
Oh, the dress code. I never seen grown men put this type of stuff on before. Never in my life, G. You know what I'm saying? Unless I was watching Roddy Piper, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's the dude because he from Scotland. That's what they do over there. But the violence in the music, this the most hip hop, man. They turned this to the most violent music on the face of the earth. Period.
So, on this episode, I want to go a little deeper because we received a lot of feedback on this particular issue, and many people, a lot of people had questions, and one of the main questions they asked us was, what can we do What can we do to change what's happening or break this never-ending cycle? And bro, I sat back and I thought about it for a while. Me and you talk about it all the time, and I simply tell people that's a tough one.
It is.
That's a tough one because the problem is we've never had the advantage of being able to stand firmly on our feet. We've always been in the hole. Always been in the hole. We started from the bottom and we still here.
Right. Yeah.
Started at the bottom, we still here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we've been attacked. Like I said, we've been attacked from every angle, and the culture has been attacked at every angle.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is our culture. We can't never look down on nobody. I understand why shit is why it's like the way it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like nobody just picked it up and say, let's do it like that. There's circumstances that made a people act like the way a people act. It ain't just, pick this up and I want to do this today. There was never a even playing field. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it. I ain't saying condone it, but I understand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and as far as like one thing I want people to understand, they've had way too much leeway to perfect and continue their agenda unchallenged. So they're very advanced in what they do. These things have been taking place for years, way before we came into the business.
Yep.
Way before we came into the business. And now that I've been in the industry for so long, it's just so obvious to me now. I get like you just see through. You see through, and you see so many different things. You know what I'm saying? And just think about it though, bro. Like just ask yourself for a minute. Because it's a real question. Everybody need to ask themselves and think about it. What happened to conscious music?
Yeah.
Where did it go? Because I know for a fact artists didn't up and just stop making that kind of music. No. And I also know for a fact that the people never said, we tired of hearing a message or two in a song here and there or a song that actually got meaning to it. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Or or something that stimulates the mind and inspires and innovates. I'm quite sure people never said they were tired of being inspired by music.
Nope.
Never.
They promoted blood. You know what I'm saying? Bloodthirsty is what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? That's what the industry, because that sell. All like them People magazines and them Inquirer things they got on the thing, they want that part. You know what I'm saying? So once they get hip hop to do that, that's why they sign. It's a damn shame because the young guys, they'll never understand. Not that they'll never understand. I won't never say that. I hope they do understand that these dudes is signing them based on the things that they doing because they want to keep it going. They love that. They love all the activity of us. They doing a couple things at one time. They letting folks, they doing depopularization, genocide at the same time, and turning people, you know what I'm saying, just people just, it's just a rap.
Yeah, bro, yeah, I mean.
Can't even think of the other thing, but it's just a rap. Them two is bad enough.
This how I look at it. In my opinion, this is how I look at it. The truth is, after the late great Tupac Shakur, rest in peace, they did all in their power to silence conscious music, at least in the hip hop genre. Everybody else was making their peace songs, and they was, you know what I'm saying. But we can't let them, you know what I'm saying. We got to do away with those, you know what I'm saying, with that kind of hip hop for a while. See, so we have to go. We have to go back and educate ourselves about the culture of hip hop and its history in order to understand what its purpose was, because and who it was supposed to represent, and who and what it was supposed to represent.
Yeah. And
how do we do that, bro? We got to talk to our legends. We got to talk to our pioneers and our innovators, and everybody that was great that came before you. You know what I'm saying? One thing about hip hop right now is a lot of these pioneers and legends are still amongst us.
Yeah.
We have the luxury of having them still amongst us, and we could learn a lot from them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, young artists can learn a great deal from those who came before you.
Yeah, that's that purpose divide we're just talking about, though. They purposely make the hip hop stars the you know what I'm saying, what they feel older school and new school, they purposely pit them against each other with finance or either whatever. So they say, old heads, you jealous because we making this, and the old school dudes will say, man, you don't know nothing, youngster, and they keep that little divide between them.
And that's how they clip us. They clip us because, you know, like they cut the information off.
Yep.
They cut the information off, you know what I'm saying? And it's like bro, it's crazy because I love talking to the artists that paved the way for me and everybody else after me, because you learn so much, bro. Like, I mean, we just recently did a show, like one of those festivals with all the old school artists. You had it was Big Daddy Kane, it was Cool G Rap,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Bro, it was so
Big
many
Daddy
greats, and I was fortunate to get to take the ride after the show, after everybody was leaving, to the airport, take an hour ride in a van with EPMD, both members.
Damn.
EPMD, Ice-T,
yeah,
and his DJ Evil Lee.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the van riding with them, bro, and the whole time they telling stories and sharing game. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, sharing knowledge the entire time. And I sat back just sucking up everything, didn't say a word, and I appreciated it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. I didn't show up like, why they got us on the bill with all these old rappers, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, why we, you know what I'm saying? Like no, I looked at it like, man, I can't believe we on the same stage with these greats.
That's what's happening.
That's when you know you done really made it. When you can sit back and recline with the greats. Yeah. That's how you know you made it.
Word.
Not because you got a little money in your pocket. That's nothing, because all that could be going tomorrow.
But that view, how you looked at it, that's something, lessons to be learned, that humble view. You know what I'm saying? To be going and looking like, you know, I'm proud to be on the stage with these guys too. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yes,
indeed. You know, one thing I hear, you know, I've heard some of the younger artists say that today, the youngest artists of today say that hip hop didn't come with any instructions or come with any codes as far as how they were to represent themselves or others, or how you should dress or groom, and you know what I'm saying. Now, as far as how, you know, like the dressing and grooming goes, you know, like people have a right to wear whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Even if they choose to put on women's clothes, you know what I'm saying. I myself don't agree with it.
Yeah, they got a right to do whatever they want to do,
and never will. But to each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. And even though hip hop may not have came with instructions in the dressing and grooming code, in the dressing and grooming, the pioneers did, however, make the point that hip hop was supposed to be for the people, by the people, just like FUBU.
Yeah,
for real.
It was supposed to.
You know what I'm saying? And because hip hop was intended to be our direct communication line to each other.
Yep.
And it was reaching and infecting and educating people in ghettos and in the poor communities, like
everywhere,
not just in America but all over the world. A genre of music that they predicted to be a fad had spiraled out of control.
Yep.
And bro, it spiraled out of control.
It never had a slump.
Very fast. They was hoping that it was a fad because they saw how quickly hip hop captivated the minds and ears of young black and white teenagers across the world. And they started thinking, whoa, this could be a problem.
Yep.
And it was.
And it was. But what they do to it, they took that problem and they tweaked it. They said, okay, it's a problem right now.
Like they always do.
It's a problem right now. But let's take it to our advantage real quick and see how we use this influence on these people. Because influence is such a heavy commodity and a heavy thing that they use it every day on television to influence you for everything from food to what you finna put on.
Because like I said, like if you think about it, bro, like after, you know what I'm saying, Tupac passed away, after he was gone, they made sure to muzzle that entire genre.
Oh yeah. Whole thing
that
gone.
Entire genre was deemed uncool. Oh, you sucker soft. You out here talking about peace and love and harmony. Nobody want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the whole situation of how it's deemed. You know what I'm saying? But look, that's how this world go, and that's how the enemy do this world. Everything is switched all the way around. So this shit over here is something that it looked terrible for you to even be living in, you know?
Yeah. Yes indeed, bro. And we had the honor of having one of our all-time favorite MCs on the show. You know what I'm saying? That was back when it was T Radio V.
Yeah.
But back in like 2015, we had the honor of having KRS-One.
Yep.
Bless us. He was, he blessed us via phone, but just to have his presence, you know what I'm saying, and him drop the gems that he dropped on us was amazing. You know what I'm saying? And he dropped all kind of gems on us about what the purpose of hip hop was, what it represented, and all those things that I think that have become totally lost in this present time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now don't get it twisted though. Don't get it twisted in any way. We are not here to hate on or talk down on what the younger generation is doing in music. That is not the purpose. We didn't come here to tear down. We came to build up.
Yep.
We came to build up in knowledge because knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? Like it really is. So you have to, and at times it's life-saving power. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't here to criticize your music. As a matter of fact, the problem ain't even with you, man. It's directed toward the people that are controlling and dictating to the audience what sort of hip-hop can be played.
Talk to them,
or what kind of music, or the only kind of music that gets out. Because they're being very biased and only allowing a certain form of music to reach our youth.
Yep.
And we have to be very careful to watch what kind of picture we allow them to paint of us.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're showing our kids. Now, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we all were food. We was all food.
Mm-hmm.
We all was bamboozled. We all was led astray. Here it is. We was thinking we was being given an opportunity to tell our stories about our struggles and how we was oppressed in the ghetto, thinking this was our chance to speak to the masses and our stories would finally be heard. It was all manipulation to expose us and to use us in the other evil ways, to take our stories and to influence people to want to do, making it seem like, okay, they did this and they were successful doing it. You should do that and you'll be successful too.
Man.
That was the trick.
Hey, we ain't even talk. I got the same thing written down right there, man.
Because all we wanted to do was make music and tell our story. They manipulated us and they twisted it and flipped it into their own little evil plans and, you know what I'm saying, schemes.
Oh, that's the whole thing that they did with this whole team. It's crazy.
We were telling a story about a place that they placed us in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Their tactics are very sick. Nothing but evil. That has to be influenced by the devil. Has to be.
You know that I was looking at some things when I was doing research and things like that. That boy YK Osiris, you know, he was really heavy on that situation like that, you know. And I agree with a lot. I agree with as far as where rap is going in this direction right now. Hell yeah, it's very, excuse my language, it's very influenced by satanic beings. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because the whole nature of it is riches, females, or for females, dudes, whatever it is.
And it ain't just right now. It's been influenced.
And
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's not.
Right.
Yeah, this ain't just brand new rap. It's just
like,
escalated to the fullest. It started since music was when the kings and they was in their palace with all kind of weird animals and peoples all around. They got music and charmers. So it
and not to cut you off, because when they first started with us with this hip hop, even back in the 80s when they started with them, this was their plan.
Oh yeah, I mean, music always is going to. It didn't go. It's a spirit of this music, see, so it can go into like how in the early in the 60s, 70s, you got rock and roll, some that heavy metal situation that it was really preying on. Our music, our R&B and hip hop music didn't really, but we had ours that did that too. You know what I'm saying? We had our situations that grooved our people to some things too. But you know, really in the 80s, when that hip hop hit, it was the closest thing that's talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's the closest thing. So it's the most thing that you really influenced by. And you sitting there like, hey, that's why it took over so more than any genre. It's just the biggest on the planet, period. Biggest way to get to somebody is through hip hop. If you want to write a note or a message, that's the way you're going to get it to them, period. So with that, all these images, and they love the pandemic because what you got a bunch of kids sitting there with their telephone watching a video, and nothing's wrong with the dude that's putting it out because they only trying to do what? Feed and get out of a poverty situation. Forgive me, y'all.
Exactly.
So with that, they doing what they do. So we ain't down to nobody, but doing that, you sharing your story like you said earlier, and you ain't doing nothing but sharing your story, but your story happens to encourage somebody else and say, damn, I want to do that. Because it's actually the wrong story, because they left us the bottom to get out of, and when we talk about it, it does turn somebody else's lights on. Like with Scarface, we see that, we want to go be Scarface. Yeah. We see Nino Brown, who we want to be. All our stars, Superfly, our stars are O-Dog. That's our stars. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no Superman. Wasn't our thing. Wasn't no black comic dudes till the Panther came here. So who we looking at? You know what I'm saying? We really didn't. We looked at a pimp for our thing in our community. So this led to who we look at in the music industry. Whatever's exciting, they getting shot. Everybody's shot right now.
Right, and that was going to be my next point. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the latest. Man. But man, it's been so many. It's been so many, and it's like Young
Dolph. Yep.
It's just like you said, that plan. It's looking like that plan that they formulated back then that we read about has turned out to be working very well.
Yeah,
very well. Because if you see what's going on just within the black communities all over the world, bro. Like just like especially in America. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
this is purposely driven.
Yeah, it is.
This is
a useful tool.
This is purposely driven, and they're making sure to scatter all the messages, scramble all the messages.
Oh yeah.
Hip hop is no longer that communication line because we ain't telling them nothing.
Nah.
Ain't nobody standing up telling them like, yo, look at this, look what's going on. Da, 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 da. I mean, constantly. I see a couple people make a couple songs here and there. They try to wake up for a minute.
That's not what we talking about. Y'all know who y'all are that's making a hell of a difference because it only take a few. Y'all doing y'all things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But the majority of this whole thing, you know what we talking about on this show about. You know, the majority it's not even the artists like we say. It's the ones that know this. It's Universal, it's Warner, and it's Sony. It's those types of people who's backing these things and putting the situations together because they the ones who own it, like we said before, the publication, and they own the way that you're going to look at it too. They own these artists and they're manufacturing them in a high rate. I don't even know their names before they come out, and they're all of a sudden dead.
Yeah,
we was talking about that the other day.
Yeah, it's like they're introducing rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like them being dead is the way they introduce the new rappers.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute, who is he? But he got millions of followers. And now him being dead, it's like, yo, bro, it's like that's the culture.
It's crazy, man.
Yo, so it's like, you know,
you asked me something the other day too. You said what's more valuable than a rapper?
What?
And I think you said a dead rapper or something like that, right?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that tripped me out. I'm
yeah, like, definitely. What's more valuable than a rapper or a dead rapper? Seems to be these days, you know.
To the company.
Yeah, to the company for sure, or dead artist. Period.
Yeah, to the company that's signing them. You know, if they you know they still steady gonna release things. They gonna do all of that. I mean, look, all this right here that they doing to these young men there. And I would, if I was a young man, I'd take the deals too because I would be so young. I don't understand what's going on with that. I see this as paper. Get out of my way. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so it's really a shame though that, you know what I'm saying, the more successful you become when you get into the business and you blow up to the level of, you know, of a Snoop Dogg or Bone Thugs and Harmony, and you know what I'm saying, you have to worry about like you've accumulated them so much money that they'll be willing to excuse you out the way.
That black van.
Excuse you out the way just to keep that money coming.
Damn.
Bro, it's real. It's real. So you gotta ask yourself, it could be a blessing and a curse. Man. It could be a blessing and a curse, man. In this world, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's why You know what I'm saying? To wind things down. That's why, you know, you just have to ask yourself, everybody aspiring to, I'm not trying to kill nobody's dreams. I ain't trying to kill nobody's dreams. Y'all gonna do what you're gonna do anyway. I can sit here and tell you, hey man, I talked King the Devil myself. He told me he was getting everybody. Y'all still coming up. I'm signing the line. I'm signing the contract.
Yeah.
I know you would, because we did. Bro, when we see, that's the advantage they have over us. Like I said, we come from nothing, but we all come from dirty nothing. So we're going to take those deals. Like, do you think?
Yeah.
When Easy offered us that contract, and we was like, niggas was homeless, bro, come from the dirt. Come on, bro. You think we will like, hold on, let's go get an attorney real quick, Easy, and we'll be right back.
Word up.
What, nigga? Come on,
where I put my market?
Where my house at, nigga? Where my girls at, man?
All that.
Nigga, we was expecting everything.
Yeah.
Like when you come from dirty nothing.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, dirty nothing. You know what I'm saying? But so like we're already at a disadvantage. So they have that over us, and then we don't know the business. We don't know the business.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already a manipulation from the jump. But but at the same time, we don't care.
Yep.
But then when we get into the game, bro, I don't understand why people don't come together. Every other race does it. Every other race does it, bro. Like, they come together. It's like, I don't understand why people don't understand that we'll get there much quicker if we share.
Yeah, for sure.
If we make sure they got it, because it ain't just us running with it. We got a couple more people running with it because we done gave them shoes to run with. So now they running with it, and we building up at the same time now. And they showing love for what we gave them to their people, and that's how you build.
Yeah.
But no, niggas want to run like, oh, no, I ain't giving them my precious. My precious. Get away from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how it be. Like, and that's why we still here. That's why we started from the bottom and we here.
Yeah. Nah, but it got to be like that, man. You shit. If we do learn it like that, and it ain't too late for that, you know. But we got to stop seemingly working for these folks, man. You know what I mean? Going at it like, you know, this music right here was birthed for, and we ain't gonna kick no dead horse, but the music was birthed for a whole nother reason than what's going on with it. And it can't get back to that, because the more people talk to each other, the more people understand one another, you know what I'm saying? It'd be straight.
But I'm going to tell y'all the real. You know what my message is, and it's going to always be. As long as we in this world, as long as we in this world, and the devil is the ruler of this world, and everything is influenced by him, the music business is going to continue to be this way. This is one of his main tools.
Word.
This is one of his main tools of like influencing people. You know, like so like it's not going to change. They should, just like we said in the last episode, they may change a few laws. But come on, these people have mastered this. These people have mastered evil because they're being taught by none other than the father of evil.
Yeah.
The devil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna outmaneuver them. You know what I'm saying?
That's the spirit of music though too. Music is more than just on your radio. Music ain't just that thing that's in your car, man. Music is you got to understand
go ahead.
Musical influence. You know what I'm saying?
And my suggestion to people who love music, I mean, I'm not saying to not pursue music, but like, you have to have a head on your shoulders. You have to be fully focused. You have to be fully focused. And I'm gonna tell you, like, in order to escape all the snares and machinations, you know, of the music industry, you almost have to be educated, fully focused, meaning drug free. Don't indulge in nothing.
Yeah, I would agree with
because
that.
anytime you start doing that, you're gonna slip up. They're gonna get you. Anytime. Everybody has done that and had to learn.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like if you could do that, alcohol free, drug free, and do all that, and continue to do music because you love it, not because what you can get from it, because you have a purpose. You want to do something with it. You want to make a difference through it. Everybody want to get paid. We got to eat. Everybody want to do that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, when you have a passion for what you do, you end up making a bigger difference in the world. Most definitely.
Real talk, though. Real talk, man. I mean, it was Jib another day, too, man. And it was a trip. You know, I was telling you, asking you about how many rappers had passed away last year in the year 2020, man. You know what I'm saying? 200 MCs. You know, about maybe 7 from heart attack and maybe cardiac arrest and the said unknown, but the rest was just straight gun violence.
Gun violence. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
So
200,
200, bro.
during COVID.
So with that being said, yo, to our people, it ain't on nobody else. It's up to y'all. Yeah, of course, you know, all this injustice in the world ain't gonna stop until God makes it stop. But
yeah.
at least y'all can meet him halfway there and quit killing each other.
We could do that. Hey, yo, I'm telling you, it could be tight.
Come together until that time.
It could be tight.
You know, like, I mean, what's the purpose?
It really could be tight because the music, all the dudes is, everybody talented.
Yes, indeed. And check it out. With all that being said, man, you know, we thank y'all for joining us for another, episode. Anytime we get a chance to sit down and talk to y'all, spit some knowledge to y'all, it's a wonderful thing. Want to send a shout out to the homie Kid Capri, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, represent the homie. I always like to show love and represent all the pioneers and the legends that came before me that's doing their thing out there with their merch or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just get a love back. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Whether young or I do it for the new cats too. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no partiality. Ain't no impartiality over here.
That's
man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all love. So thank y'all for joining in. Like I said, make sure you subscribe, man, wherever you watch your podcast at. Make sure you get at us. Sure you get at us. The Truth Talks podcast is back. Make sure y'all tell everybody. Hit us up. Let us know any topics y'all want us to talk about, man, and we'll get at you, man. We'll do some research and see if we can talk about them. As long as they ain't too outlandish, as long as they ain't nothing about conspiracies and all that, we don't do that. We stick strictly to the truth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And always remember, y'all, the truth is always talking.
You just got to shut up and listen.
Yeah. Be quiet.
Yeah.
Peace.
Truth talk, truth talk.
It's always talking.
You just gotta listen.